Welcome. Today we'll be discussing research, and with me is Dr. Munyao. So Dr. Munyao, tell us, what has inspired you to have this presentation on research writing?
Okay, thank you so much. Allow me to start by introducing myself.
Okay.
My name is Dr. Solomon Munyao. I am working at Pan Africa Christian University in the leadership department, where I'm the head of the department. And what has inspired me to think about this discussion is because of the challenges that are found with the students who are able to finish their coursework, but when they get to the writing stage, majority of them are stuck. When I joined this university 7 years ago in 2018, I've been sitting in different defenses, both for masters and the PhD students. And that is where I've been observing the challenges that the students go through. Many finish coursework, but when they get to the thesis or dissertation writing stage, they are stuck. And I want to assure you, there are so many who are stuck out there. They are worried. What is the next course of action? Yeah. So I desire that they come out. Probably at some point at the university level, we can start short courses on how to help people write their dissertation and they finish. It is a very expensive project, because if you start a master's or PhD, it's like a project and you need to complete it. So I think I'm disturbed by the high number of people who finish coursework and then they are stuck.
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
Wow. And tell us, what is research?
Research, in simple words, is when you identify an issue that you don't understand. So research starts with something that you don't understand. And then you go and collect data. You can either collect the data using interviews, you can either use questionnaires. Then you come and analyze that data to tell you more about the problem. So research is a process where you collect data and analyze, then you find out the solution to a certain problem that you have identified.
And Dr. Ri, you talked about how students normally start their process of undertaking research but never finish. How come some students get stuck? You know, you start the paper, you start your coursework, and then when you're writing your thesis at one point, you get stuck. Why is that? And what are the myths about research that probably are out there that we need to align with the reality?
Thank you so much. Yes, why are students stuck and what are the myths? Number one, there are people who come to a university for postgraduate studies. There is that belief that research is hard. Just the way maths, biology, chemistry, and the physics in high school is hard. That's the same myth that people carry from those lower levels to a university level. So for me, I will talk about attitude. People come in believing that it is hard. And therefore, as you get into something, and people say your attitude determines how high you will go. So majorly is attitude. The other thing is that probably there are issues in terms of supervision. There are those challenges, you know, and therefore, if you are not guided well by the supervisors, I'm not saying in all cases, then you are likely to be stuck. Then that fear, that mentality that this thing is hard, then you find a few challenges there, then you are likely to stuck. And again, number three, many of our postgraduate students are people who are working, who are busy, so they don't have much time to concentrate on this research process, which is not really, it's not harder, it's not easy, but manageable.
Yes.
Yes.
And from that, we can see that there are different challenges that we may encounter while undertaking thesis writing. And to unlock them, I mean, you can be busy, you might find that research is hard and you need to change your attitude, among other things. So what is it that we can do to increase the completion rate of our thesis writing?
Thank you so much. Allow me to use the example of PAC University.
Yes.
When we discovered that there is that challenge of people dropping at the thesis writing stage, we have started what we call thesis writing clinics. We call our students for an online meeting, and we take them through the process of research writing. Probably this week we take them through how to write chapter 1. We have been doing it after 2 weeks. We go to chapter 2 and that until we finish. The other day I took our students even to data analysis stage.
Wow.
And how to present the report in chapter 4 and chapter 5. And that has really inspired some of them. You'll hear them testifying of what those clinics have done to them. Yes. And I'm happy when I hear that, and especially during the graduation ceremonies. Yeah. So one way is to have constant clinics. These are like trainings. These are like workshops to remind them, to train them, to add more knowledge to what the supervisors are doing. We come in as faculty to support our students so that they can complete very quickly. Again, we are having even webinars, we have seminars, even physical ones, organized by the graduate school. So these are some of the steps we have taken. We also take our supervisors through trainings and workshops so that they can support our students from an informed platform.
Wow.
Yes.
That is good. And you can only get that from PAC University.
Yes.
Because, I mean, there are other universities out there, but being able to work with students step by step from the introduction to the second chapter, to the third, and even data analysis, it is very, very amazing what you're doing at PAC University. And I know the discussion is a bit, what can I call it, special, because sometimes we talk about research and someone wonders, where do I start from? You know, it feels like this is a big elephant in the room. Where should one start from when it comes to research?
Yes.
Please tell us.
Thank you so much. Now, let me assure you that from my experience, students, sometimes they wonder where do they begin.
Yeah.
And I want to assure you, many of them start at the wrong place. Research starts with something that disturbs you in your mind. You know, you look at what is happening out there. What is disturbing you? What is this thing people are talking about and we are not sure what is causing it? Probably you can look at, for example, organizations are collapsing. Why is that? You know? So something must be disturbing you.
Yes.
Of late, you have seen these young people coming out. You know, it's disturbing. We cannot just assume. We cannot assume. By the way, research does not assume answers. So you need to go to them. Then you ask them what is disturbing them using a structured way. Yes. So research starts when you are disturbed by something. Then after that is when, from academic angle, yes, you develop a topic. This is the performance of organization is not good. Yes. So from our side, you ask ourselves, which leadership style can we use to solve this problem? So those are what we call variables. You have an issue, yes, then how do you solve it? Wow. That is what we call a title. Then you find where do you do the study. Yes. If it is the performance is affecting banks, you cannot do a study no banks. You choose some as a study case. You know. So once you do the topic, what next? And from an academic angle is students don't read. I've chosen servant leadership and the performance. Yes. And then I start writing. So what are you writing about? Now that aspect of going to what other people have said, yes, is a very critical stage that students miss. Read. And of course, you have had people say, I don't know, is it Kenyans, is it Africans don't like reading?
Yes.
So you have to read. You have identified performance is a problem.
Yes.
This you want to solve it using servant leadership. Then you go to you search for literature. What people have said about that. Then you ground yourself even before you start writing.
Yeah.
And I want to assure you, many people don't like that. They want, I have a topic, I have the problem,
Yes.
then they start writing. No,
Immediately.
So that is basically where you begin. You have a problem disturbing you. You find the best leadership, or if you are in counseling, the best counseling. If you are in, you solve a problem based on your field. Then you read. Then now you can start writing. Yes.
So what are some of the chapters that are there? When I start writing, I have my topic, I know the problem, I have all the variables, then what? What comes in the first place and what finishes the research paper?
The good thing is that we give our students, and I believe this applies to every university, there is what we call order of sections. So you are given a document that shows how each chapter will be ordered.
Yes.
But basically what I would say in academic setting, a research has got 5 chapters. We have chapter 1, which is called Introduction and Background of the Study. Chapter 2 is on literature review. Chapter 3 is on research methodology. Chapter 4 is where you present the results. Then chapter 5 is where you do the conclusions. But inside each chapter, there are subtopics. But we give those we give that document to our students when we are assigning supervisors.
Yes.
So they have a document to refer to. So yours is just to fill the information.
Yes.
So that we are doing it in an orderly way. But even as we do that, we still have challenges of 1, 2, or 3 students who will probably find it a challenge, but that is expected.
Wow.
Yes.
That is great, considering that God is a God of order.
Yes,
you
yes,
know,
yes.
having aligned that even at the academia level is something profound, right? And I know you've linked research with industry. When you look at what is happening with the Gen Zs, the young youth currently, and how best to address the factors that they are facing as challenges and moving forward. I know there are a number of industry players who are now shouting that they need to register. If they are talking about change of not just government, but leadership within Kenya, then their first step is to register. And even as we move forward with this topic, which other research and industry links, Dr. Ari, will you have for us?
Now, I think when we mean research and industry link, the issue is when you look at our research studies in many of the universities, they are done for academic purposes, and that should not be the case. You know, you do a research, you spend a lot of time, 2 years, then after that, that document is for the library.
Yes, the shelf.
The shelf.
Yes.
I think we need to move from that. And I want to assure you, those developed countries, they use these research findings to make some implementation in their organizations.
True.
But in fact, many of the postgraduate students are attached to industry. So it's like you are not doing a research on your own. If you find this performance and this leadership style in this commercial bank, you do it there. And they even support you financially. Because, after all, they will use the findings to make changes in the organization. But I think that culture is not yet here. So we need to think of how do we make use of this research we are doing in universities to make impact in the industry. How do we bring in the industry players and the academician? There is still that gap. We look at each other with suspicion. You know? So we need to go to that level. And I want to assure you, without the support of policymakers, our leaders coming together, even at national level, whatever level, to come and say, guys, what we have some resources here in terms of research findings. How do we, and we encourage our industry to tap in the strength that is in the universities.
Yeah.
I think for me, that will basically help in linking the industry and the research. Yes, and before probably we finish, there's something I want to briefly talk about. Some of the elements of chapter 1, just chapter 1 in less than 10 minutes, so that probably at some other point we can pick this discussion further.
Definitely.
And they will help somebody who is watching us out there.
Yes.
You're stuck.
Yes.
And then you tell him, come to PAC University.
Where leaders are made, and that's the essence of it. We make the impact.
Yes, we unlock that whatever that has been blocking you from finishing this thing.
Yes, tell us about chapter 1.
Now, I want just to highlight some of the challenges we have found with the students when they are writing this chapter 1 called Introduction and Background of the Study. They are the preliminary pages, the first pages before you start the chapter.
Yes.
There's no major issues there, but the major issue we have found is about the abstract. In the preliminary pages, there's the abstract.
Yes.
The abstract, majorly, it should be around 300 pages. And what is the information?
300,
yes,
300.
an abstract. Just and so what is the information to be captured there? Number one, you start with a general statement to introduce your study. If this study will be on servant leadership, performance, and servant leadership in Kenya commercial banks, then you go to the general objective. Probably we will have time later to get deeper.
Yes.
But after the general objective, you go to the specific objectives. After that, tell us the philosophy you will use.
Yes.
Then go straight to after the general objective, you go to the specific objectives. Then the philosophy. Then the research design. Then the target population.
Wow.
Then you can mention the data collection methods. You can tell us how you sample your respondents.
Yes.
You see, and you need also to tell us the anchoring theory. Those are some of the information we need to see in the
abstract.
But you will find the students are kind of doing a literature review. It should be organized.
Yes,
when we look at an abstract, that is the information we need to see. Then the other one is now then you go to the background of the study itself. Of course, you introduce the chapter.
Yes.
Then what is this we need to see in the background of the study quickly? Number one, you need to introduce now the problem you are talking about. You want to investigate.
Yes.
In this case, I'm using performance of a certain organization. Now, do we have the same problems at the global level, so that you are not just bringing us problems here?
Yes.
Using previous research studies, prove to us that there is an issue of performance in other commercial banks in other parts of the world.
Yes.
Then you come to Africa. Then you come to Kenya. Then introduce your variables.
Yes.
Variables means the performance and the servant leadership.
Yeah.
And how you are going to measure them.
And yes.
What are the indicators? That is being done in the background of the study. Then mention the context. Where are you going to do your study? Briefly. If it is commercial banks, tell us just a brief about, because you'll talk about it later. Then after that, you go to the statement of the problem. That is another big element in research. A statement of the problem is you have to tell us the ideal situation, like now the commercial banks. What is how should banks look like if they don't have a problem of performance?
Yes.
Then what is happening now? We need to see it.
Yes.
Yeah, if it is, yes, what is happening now using statistics, using figures, you tell us previous studies have been done in commercial banks and have shown that either their profit has been going down. Then what is happening? What have been the consequences? Either the layoffs, mergers.
Yes.
I'm sure you have seen mergers and what has been the result of
Yes.
that? Is it documented somewhere? Bring out that. Then why is it urgent to solve it?
Yes.
Then lastly, we'll finish that part by bringing research gaps. I'm sure academicians will understand the research gaps, conceptual gaps, contextual gaps, methodological gaps to support your statement of the problem. Then after that is not now where you go to to the you start with the specific objective, then you general objective. Yeah, then you go to specific objectives. It's a whole discussion on how to formulate these things.
Wow.
But I want to assure you, my sister here, that formulation of objectives is one of the craziest things that students face. You know, it's a problem.
It's not easy.
It's not easy. Now, please, every time you are formulating objectives from I know different universities, probably they have their own way, but here we use the indicators of the independent variable to formulate the objectives vis-a-vis the independent one. Now, for example, servant leadership, one of the measurable elements is empathy. So my first objective will be on empathy and the performance.
Yes.
The second element of servant leadership is listening. Listening, performance.
Yes.
So, but you find students are writing things that you cannot, because these
you cannot get the head on the tail.
These objectives will collect data based on the objectives.
Yes.
We'll analyze data based on the objectives.
Yes.
We'll present the results based on the objectives.
Objectives, yes.
And then we'll publish out there.
Yes.
So objectives are very important. Then, of course, after that, you go to research questions.
Yeah.
You translate the objective into questions. And you can also use hypotheses, but don't use both of them.
Yeah.
Then from there, the significance of the study. Significance is who are the beneficiary. Who will benefit from
that
this study.
study.
So you tell us these as beneficiaries and how they will benefit.
Wow.
Students confuse significance with justification. Justification.
True. What is the difference?
Now, significance are the beneficiary. Significance, justification is why are we investing our time and money into this study?
Wow.
You'll find somebody is writing whatever, mixed.
Yes.
So one way to justify a study is when you read what others have done and you have found some gaps. True. You know, you have found many of the studies on banks and the servant leadership have been done in the banking sector, and probably you are doing. Sorry, it has been done in churches. Of course, servant leadership is associated with the churches.
Definitely.
Now you come and say, I'm justified to do this study because I'll do it in the banking sector.
Yes.
You know, those things. Then after that, there's what we call the scope. The scope is you draw a line to show us how far you will go with your study.
Yes. So if I'm looking at international or global aspect, I have to align it. Am I looking at a specific organization or specific
you have
country?
To tell us how wide will you cover.
Yes.
And there are several ways of doing this. Number one, you can do it using your variables. You tell us, I will only servant leadership and performance. Because if you use more of this, then the study will be too much to manage.
True.
You can also talk about the philosophy. There are different philosophies. I'm using this philosophy because the study is mixed method.
Yeah.
I'm using this philosophy because it's quantitative and all that. So you draw, I will collect data from managers.
Yes.
And you say why. So every scope you select, you have to tell us why.
Why?
Then as we finish, my sister, you have to talk about the limitations and the limitations. I'm sure, I know this has got different interpretations, but in our case here, we talk about the challenges you are likely to face as you do your study.
Yes.
Then that is called limitation. Then the limitation is how will you handle this problem?
Yeah.
If you discover challenges, you do a study. It's not enough. Tell us how will you mitigate it.
Yes.
So
I pose the challenge.
Yes, then immediately you tell us how to solve it.
Okay.
So basically, at the end, of course, you finish that chapter with a summary.
Yes.
So for me, I thought we need to discuss that as we create awareness.
Yeah.
So that many people can finish this thing.
Yes.
You know, postgraduate studies are very expensive. You know.
Yes.
Then you invest money somewhere. Then you leave it there.
It's a serious investment, actually.
Yes.
Yeah.
So our appeal to our audience out there is that they will seek advice. Please come to PAC University.
Yes.
Ask any of us. Ask Dr. Solomon Munyao in the leadership department.
Yes.
I'm willing.
He's willing to work with you at
Whoever
PAC
is
University.
and of course, in the process, we might even make some coins for the university.
You know?
Yes, yes, yes.
And change the world.
Yes, yes.
Yes, for the better good.
So,
wow,
thank you so much.
Yes.
We are humbled to be here.
Wow, thank you
We are
so
likely
much.
to find time, then we see how do we do chapter 2.
We have to engage about
Yes.
chapter 2. Ladies and gentlemen, you can only get it here at PAC University,
Where leaders are made.
where leaders are made.
Thank you so much.